Dignity team, I really welcome all of you on this very prestigious conversation, and thank you very much for the time that you have dedicated for this samvad. And without much ado, we will ask our panel members to begin the session. Over to you, Sheila ma'am.
Actually, I have to request our communications manager, Fazilat, to do the introduction of all the panelists who are present here. Fazi, over to you.
Thank you, ma'am. A warm welcome to the special panel discussion on a very pertinent issue that we have today. It's about bed sores and adult diaper rashes. And this panel is really power-packed. We have members joining in from the Slough Hospital, Amaterasu Life Sciences, Dignity Foundation, and Dignity Lifestyle. So I would like to take a moment and introduce and welcome our panel members. Dr. Sheila Srinivasan, the founder president of Dignity Foundation and the moderator of today's panel discussion. She has dedicated more than 25 years of her life to elder care services, and she has pioneered many unique programs catered to this niche group. Dr. Naganath Narasimhan Prem, a renowned geriatric medicine specialist with 13 years of experience, he is currently practicing at the Slough Hospital in Mumbai. Ms. Mehru Rustamji, the founder and managing partner at Amaterasu Life Sciences. She is a pharmaceutical product design scientist with more than 35 years of industry experience as a technocrat and entrepreneur. She has developed more than 300 products and holds multiple patents to her credit. Dr. Ruta Chapadgaonkar, a resident doctor at Dignity Lifestyle Retirement Township at Neeran. She has a vast experience in geriatric care, child care, and gynecology. Suvarna Jadhav, a head nurse at Dignity Lifestyle Retirement Township, with over 25 years of experience handling chronically ill patients with care and affection. And Edna Sheikh, a former nurse and a current resident at Dignity Lifestyle Retirement Township. Welcome to you all, and over to Dr. Sheila Srinivasan to take the panel discussion forward.
Thank you, Fazi. Thank you.
Ma'am, we are not able to hear
Us in our own experience have had people we are looking after at home, and I'm really surprised. Am I audible, Ketki?
Yes, you're audible. Very
All
much.
right. I'm quite surprised there are more than 125 people who are attending this webinar. I'm very surprised because this is a very unusual topic of discussion on adult diaper rashes, and which the common name used is bed sores. I think in Tamil, since the lot of Tamil members I see, Padukkai Pungal is what we call it in Tamil. Shaya Vran, that is what we call it in Hindi. But bed sores is fairly a very simple terminology. It doesn't require too much of explanation. And I thought how we will organize this evening is first understand from the medical aspects what they know about bed sores, how serious it can be, then go over to the treatment and a very wonderful gel. This company called Soris, who is the sponsor of this webinar, they will be talking about that. To begin with, Dr. Prem Narasimhan, how does actually the medical science look at bed sores, and actually what are they and why do they happen? Can you tell us briefly?
Yeah. Good evening, everybody, and thank you, Shilu ma'am and Dignity for having me here. I think it's very important that we are having a discussion on such a topic. I think bed sores are very, very important, and sometimes can be neglected purely because they're hidden. They are underneath areas which can be easily missed. They take some time to get in. That's why we always say that prevention is much, much better as compared to treatment in bed sores. So bed sores, as far as medical science is concerned, is a huge issue. I mean, and it is also very much a litigation uh, everywhere elsewhere. I mean, even as we are going, for example, if somebody gets a bed sore at home and comes to the hospital, it's another thing. Somebody gets a bed sore in hospital, then it is a big thing because skin care has not been taken properly. So when we see a bed sore, we should obviously have a look at that older adult in entirety. We cannot only think about the bed sore. So usually, if you have to define what a bed sore is, bed sore can basically take place in any surface which is usually bony prominence, and also it is usually from pressure and in combination with something known as shear. So for example, if you see all these bony prominences, when we shift older adults, already there is a friable skin. As you get older, it becomes a bit thinner. And when you try to move people from one place to the other, or especially you must be seeing when people are lifted, they should always be lifted. There is no dragging on the bed, which that's why caretakers are obviously educated in taking care of bed sores really well. And a small cut which can happen can actually go into something which can be really, really dangerous. And that's where we obviously try to grade them as well. So it's always important that we know how deep it is. Now, for example, there are staging which is done, which is by something known as a National Pressure Injury Advisory Board staging. So it can be staged into stage 1 is usually just an erythema. So it will be a bit of a redness of the intact skin. So the skin will be there. Stage 2, what will happen is there is a partial, the skin will be lost, but there will be the dermis is just above the skin, below the skin. So that will be exposed. Then the entire tissue, so we can see. Third one will be, there is something known as fat, of course, which can be seen. Fourth will be, fat is the muscle, the tendon, cartilage, everything can be seen, and there might be a literally bone and an ulcer. And finally, there can be a very blackish color, I mean, which as doctors we literally hate because it becomes very difficult to sort of treat them. And finally, of course, it's so deep that the only way it can be taken care is by through debridement. So these are the various stages. We do not want those stages at all because we want it to be prevented. So I think from a medical perspective, no bed sores is the way to go. Once it happens, it's all about trying to make sure the overall health of the older adult is taken care of. That is how the healing will happen.
Okay. Thank you. I never realized that can be legal implications also. We will come to it much later. Can I invite Dr. Ruta? If you can describe, maybe in Hindi, because there are members I see.
Hello, ma'am. Some network issue is there. We can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, we can hear you, ma'am.
We can hear you. We can hear you.
We can
Okay.
hear you.
Okay, Dr. Ruta, I would ask you to describe in Hindi this bed sores. Kya hota hai? Why do patients get rashes? Or also address this question in babies also you can get the same bed sore, right? If because of the diaper, the skin has become abrased and therefore the bed sore can happen. What is your experience with bed sore with so many years of your practice in hospitals? Dr. Ruta.
Yes, ma'am. Just like Dr. Prem told just now, it is a pressure sore, and the main causes are due to friction or maybe due to pressure or maybe due to shear. The pressure, when the skin gets a prolonged pressure on skin, the bed sores are developed on the pressure point. Otherwise, the friction means the skin gets friction. The sides, most common sites are heels and buttocks, where the skin gets continuously friction, and there are the most increased chances of getting bed sores on these sides. And third one is shear, when the body and the body and skin goes in opposite direction, the shear phenomena takes place where the bed sores are likely to develop on the skin. These are really very painful and which are to be treated immediately.
Indeed, a very serious medical condition, and I'm very happy that there are nearly 200 people, 158 people attending this webinar. And thanks very much for Soris company to have organized this, because many of us are also caregivers. Even if we are 60, 70 years old, we still have a member or two who is almost in their 80s, late 80s and 90s, and who could be going through quite a severe illness, and we are looking after at home. Thank you. Edna, you have been taking care of ailing husband for many years, many years. How many years, Edna? Unmute your mic. Yeah. How many years you've been looking after Dr. Sheth?
24 years.
24 years. Okay.
Hello.
And I know you yourself as a qualified nurse in your working career. I also know you to be a very meticulous person, very mindful of the smallest detail of everything. Despite so much of care, have you in your experience noticed bed sores in Dr. Sheth? Especially, I know he was in a bedridden condition for many years.
Shiru, you're right. In the sense that the first couple of years that Dr. Sheth developed Parkinson's disease, he was up and about. In the latter half of his illness, he became a semi-invalid, no bed sores. I'll stress on that word, no bed sores. In the last couple of years of his illness, that means approximately 3 years ago, he developed a bed sore. To my horror, we had gone to a South Bombay hospital to have his feeding tube changed. And when I came home, that is to Dignity Lifestyle, 3 days after the admission, he had developed a bed sore. I was really heartbroken because all the hard work that I had put in all these years was all undone in 3 days in this hospital. I promptly, as Dr. said, abroad, this was a medical legal issue. Developing a bed sore in a hospital is a medical legal issue. I promptly phoned the hospital, whatever. But the bottom line is now the damage is done. What should I do? So every 4 hours, wash him down with warm water, change his diapers, stimulate this. That is the bottom line. You have to stimulate the tissues wherever there is pressure, and mostly in the hard bony areas where there is very little tissue. So wash down, stimulation, and that's it. And that will prevent a bed sore occurring. But in Dr. Sheth's case, the bed sore had already taken place. It took me 1 month of meticulous care just to get rid of that bed sore.
That's could have been, yes, that's, I know you and your personality. I can imagine how much of a stress you would have gone through. So too similarly, nurses, we have Suvarna, head nurse of Dignity Lifestyle. Suvarna, हमारे पास बहुत सारे resident लोग हैं who are patients for many years. तो आपके experience में ऐसा कोई resident bed sore हुआ था क्या, और आपने क्या किया? सुवर्णा, आप
मैडम
बोलो।
हमारे पास तो बहुत बुजुर्ग लोग। हेलो
हाँ
हेलो।
बोलो बोलो बोलो।
हाँ हाँ मैडम, अपने पास तो मैं अभी इधर 15 साल से काम कर रही हूँ। मैंने ये बेड सोर्स का तो बहुत देखा है, लेकिन अभी फिलहाल एक हमारे उधर कमला एक रेसिडेंट है, तो उनको बेड सोर्स हुआ था। तो उनको हम लोग क्या किया कि साइड चेंज करें या कुछ खुला रखे, ये हम लोग करते हैं। और उनको थोड़ा क्रीम लगा के उनको थोड़ा मसाज दे के, क्योंकि जो ये है डायपर पहन के भी उनको बेड सोर्स होने के चांसेस ज्यादा रहते हैं, तो हम लोग ये करते हैं। तो अभी ये सोरिस जो क्रीम आई है, तो मेरे को एक मैडम और दो एक सर थे, उन्होंने ये सोरिस क्रीम के बारे में बताया। तो उन्होंने बोला कि ये सोरिस क्रीम आप लगा के देखो। तो वो क्रीम लगा के देखा ना तो मैडम, तो उसमें से हम लोग को इतना फर्क आ गया कि वो जो बेड सोर्स जो है तो उनको जो पानी पकड़ता था, स्किन की वजह से पानी पकड़ता है, लेकिन ये क्रीम लगा के बिल्कुल पानी भी नहीं पकड़ा। मतलब 2 दिन खाली लगाया ना तो बेड सोर्स इतना कवर हो गया कि 70% वो बेड सोर्स कवर हो गया। बहुत अच्छा है। दूसरी एक बात है, और एक रेसिडेंट को रैशेस आ गए थे, तो वो थोड़ी मोटी थी, क्योंकि मोटे के वजह से भी रैशेस आते हैं।
वो डायपर के वास्ते, डायपर
डायपर
के
के वास्ते, हाँ डायपर के वास्ते। तो वो रैशेस आने के बाद हमारे डॉक्टर से मैंने बात किया, डॉक्टर रूता से। तो डॉक्टर रूता ने मेरे को बोला कि सिस्टर वो सोरेस जो क्रीम है वो दे दो। तो उसके वजह से इतना फर्क आ गया कि उन्होंने और 2 मंगा के मेरे से ले लिया और बोले कि मेरे इचिंग और जो स्किन सॉफ्टनेस है वो बहुत अच्छी तरह से आ गया है उधर। तो वो क्रीम जो है वो बहुत ही अच्छी है, बहुत ही अच्छी है। मतलब उसमें से हमारे लोग को बहुत ही फर्क पड़ सकता है।
ओके, थैंक यू। क्रीम के बारे में तो, जेल के बारे में बाद में बात करते हैं। और the best people to talk about is Dr. Maruk Rustam ji. I will come to you. Before that, Dr. Prem Narasimhan, in your experience yourself, have you treated bed sores, and exactly what medical intervention is there? In any operation is required, or antibiotics, or what is a course duration for the cure of bed sores?
Yeah, I think it's an बहुत ही important question है, और question the reason being कि usually हम, जैसे मैंने पहले भी बोला, that you have to treat the patient. You should not concentrate only on the bed sore. What we have to realize it कि जब when you treat the bed sore, you have to make sure there is multiple fold treatment. Treatment सिर्फ antibiotics नहीं होता, treatment सिर्फ local application नहीं होता. Treatment includes making sure the nutrition of the patient, because it's all about healing. We are only helping the bed sore to heal better. Okay. And another thing is grade kaun sa hai? Which grade is it? The worse it is, there is more chance obviously of a surgical intervention. Okay. And the lesser, of course, the grade is, the more easier it might be to treat. So the treatment has got a multiple sort of things. I would say that pehle prevention of making sure that that doesn't happen more. So for example, second hourly change, make sure the bed has been changed into an alpha bed. And so that the position, sometimes what we neglect is that sitting में भी bed sore हो सकता है. A lot of older adults just ऐसे ही नीचे हो जाते हैं. So and then that position occupy हो जाता है, and then when you see back there is a bed sore. Bed sore is also possible in the neck also. We tend to forget earlobe. So these are all very easily missable. You can miss it. So that's why you have to make sure that these things should be sort of seen. Another thing is, so you should make sure that you always the older adult जो है उनको आप कभी भी घिस के नहीं उठा रहे, उनको हमेशा उठाना है. There should be no surface के बीच में. So for example, जब आप beds to, अगर हम कोई investigation के लिए लेके जा रहे, for example if it's a hospital, bed to stretcher कभी भी ऐसे नहीं होता. It always is उठा के. So there is no surface which actually comes in between, which can actually cause the skin to go. And then obviously there will be a chance of the bed sore increasing. Now principles बहुत simple है. One is the wound. We know that there is a wound, so it depends कहाँ पे है, whether the integrity is lost, whether the bone is out or not. Make sure that we do lab tests to know at least the hemoglobin is fine, because anemia, the lesser the hemoglobin, the lesser is the oxygen delivery to the healing tissue. So we have to make sure that the hemoglobin is increased. Then proteins is very important because protein helps in the healing in general. So try to supplement proteins. Now, as far as wound care products are concerned, we will come to that later as well, but it could be as simple as a gauze, which is wet to moist or wet to dry, depending again what stage it is.
Yeah.
Treating with hydrocolloid, that is also then because it retains the moisture. Then the thing is, there's a controversy about antibiotics. Now, antibiotics locally, sometimes you might obviously not always give. Systemically, if the bed sore has caused so much infection, you will have to give. But sometimes things like betadine, things like antiseptics, they might reduce the bacterial burden, but they are bad for the healing wounds. So the stage agar healing hai, for example, if it's a healthy tissue in which you can see a very you can say बहुत ही लाल सा है, बहुत healthy tissue है, उसमें आप betadine डालेंगे तो healing नहीं होगा. So it will actually it will delay the healing. So it's very, very important that you choose which dressing to give when. That is one. Then things that you need to take care of is,
I have a question here. If the patient is at home, what stage should I call the doctor?
According to me, you shouldn't wait. Even if it is a small thing, the doctor should be involved then and there.
Okay.
To be very frank, the nurses are trained enough to recognize that it is already in. So the treatment of the wound or the treatment of the bed sores might have to start, but try to make the supportive things immediately start, because at least the healing part will increase, and then we will make sure that zyada kharab nahi hoga. So carbohydrates and fats will give energies. Protein will help in repairing. Vitamins also help in healing. So this nutritional recommendations mein addition immediately ho jana chahiye. We should not wait. Especially when the grade will increase, then we will try to improve all these things. So it is very, very important. And if the bed sore is very bad, please do not wait to get the surgery people in. I mean, that is of course the doctor's prerogative, but sometimes we just discover, we are like, "Arey, what happened? We should have come earlier." It doesn't work that way. You might have to immediately take out surgically that particular area, and then of course healing can happen. Things like diabetes have to be controlled as well, because they are very, very important. The more diabetes out of control, healing might be affected.
Okay. So how do I make out that it is a bed sore? Really?
Okay.
So is there a discoloration, or is there a skin sort of going like overripe fruit? So how would you describe that, Dr. Prem?
Yeah, so if I have to say, as I told you about the staging, the stage, that first one, which is not really giving us a lot of tension, but that's how it should remain, is just redness. It will be very red at that particular area.
Okay.
But as it goes further, skin will break down. Then you go further, muscle will be seen, bone can be seen. So that is all really bad. That will be really clearly seen. It's an ulcer kind of a thing. But as you're saying, ma'am, initial pickup is that redness when it comes in areas, for example, the sacral area, जहाँ पे diaper लगाते हैं अंदर की तरफ पीछे, very easily missed. Risk क्या है कि it will always be wet. For example, fecal matter as well as urine also. So the chance of bacterial growth is a lot. That's why the sister and the caregiver, remember, bed sore is not the responsibility of the sister only. It is also the responsibility of the caregiver who is taking care, because it's very easy for, I mean, especially in a hospital, at a home setting, obviously it will be a shared responsibility. So every day checking that area is very important. Dressing that area is very important. Depending on the stage of the bed sore, there are dressings which can last for 24 hours, 48 hours, like colloid gels and all, which we would come to later when we talk about those things. But it's very important that you detect it, but at the same time, make sure that you don't wait things to go so bad that it becomes difficult to treat. So nutrition is in your hand, taking care of the diseases is in your hand, and try as a caregiver. Obviously, it can be very, very disturbing also looking at that particular, there's a lot of stinking if it's a very bad stage. So taking care of it is not easy. Get in a doctor, get in a nurse, make sure there is good amount of change of position. And again, I'm stressing prevention of bed sore is always better than treatment.
Yeah, I think that is where they come in a very big way. Madam Rustamji, can I ask you, your company produces this treatment gel. And what really, before we go into what exactly you are producing, how did you hit upon this particular subject for your research? And you're so much passionate about it, you have even set up a company for formulation of this gel, which is surely your contribution to medical science. Can you give us a background of how you got into it?
Sure, sure. So basically, my background and my company's background is we develop special products specifically to cater to solutions for problems which are really unmet needs. So we know that there are many problems for which even today we do not have any solution. So we always look for such areas, and we developed actually an anti-friction gel formulation. And when we were looking at possible areas of applying this product, we realized that friction is one of the main causes of formation of bed sores, along with shear and pressure. And we have this very unique technology. So we said, let us try this product, especially because when you are at home and looking after old people, which happens in many households. I myself had a mother who was bedridden for 4 years, and I know how difficult it was. She had a bed sore which had to be treated by, operation, by a surgery. And it took us 6 months to get rid of that bed sore. So having gone through it myself, it was top of the mind. And when we developed this anti-friction, we started researching that will it help in preventing bed sore. And also, so what we have this, it's a very unique product. It's a silicone elastomer gel. What it does is when you apply it to the skin, it forms a very thin layer which sticks to the skin and stays over there. Now, when it stays over there, what the layer does is 2-3 things. First of all, is it's being silicone, it immediately gives a soothing effect. So like Dr. Prem said, the first sign is redness. But if the patient is talking, the patient will tell you that it's burning. It also burns, it pains.
Okay.
And the moment there is redness with burning and pain means you're going into a bed sore. The moment you apply Soris gel, what happens is that it immediately soothes, it gives a lot of comfort to the patient. And second thing, most important is it's a water repellent layer. So once you apply that, it creates a barrier between the urine and the stool and everything else, and therefore it protects the skin. And if there is even a slight redness, it allows the skin to rejuvenate. The skin is a very fantastic organ. It can rejuvenate very well. What it does is it protects it from friction, protects it from moisture and any maceration of the wound, and it helps healing of the skin. So that is the Soris gel, which is a barrier gel. And our second product, which we have now introduced, is the Soris anti-diaper rash gel, which along with this barrier, it contains things like calendula and a few essential oils like lavender and patchouli, which actually take care of the rashes. And it also has vitamin E, which is an antioxidant, so helps the skin rejuvenate. So if there are rashes and all, either due to diaper friction, moisture, diaper, it prevents and it treats the diaper rash. And actually, we are now working on a diaper rash, a specific bed sore treatment gel, which is like a hydrogel. It keeps the moisture in, and it will have specific herbal ingredients like gotukola, as it is known in our local language, or in botanical terms, we call it Centella asiatica. And the good part of this is this actually promotes the microcirculation and promotes healing of the wounds. So that, along with certain herbal ingredients which give the antibacterial and antifungal and vitamin E and moisture. So that is another product which we hope to sort of launch by January. And so like that, we are developing a lot of products because we know that more and more people are actually facing this problem, especially at home. It's a big problem. And, we are very happy with the response we have got. People come back and buy multiple packs, and we also keep on talking. So we know that it's very, very effective.
Yeah.
So Dr. Prem said, prevention is the key. So what we tell people is the moment you have a bedridden patient, you start applying immediately. Just start applying immediately wherever you see redness or wherever the patient is lying all the time, and having a lot of pressure. Because pressure is something which this gel cannot do, but it will prevent any shear, friction, and any rashes. So it prevents the starting of the bed sore. And therefore, it's going to give you a lot of relief. Also, what we say is, suppose you get bed sore in one area. Suppose aapko buttocks pe bed sore ho gaya. So the person is prone, the skin is prone to bed sore. So immediately apply it around the bed sore so that it doesn't increase. and apply it in other areas. Heel के नीचे, head के नीचे, जिधर bed sore हो सकता है, उधर भी आप apply करिए तो उधर नहीं होगा. It will not spread. Because typically if it starts in one area, it can go to the other area because the patient and the skin condition and whatever is there is enough to cause a bed sore. So very easily it can go to multiple areas. So definitely, I mean, this is all about the product and the technology. It's actually our patented technology.
Yeah. So I want to interrupt here because there is a chat room and there members are asking few questions. Like
Yeah,
for
sure.
example, Maruk, they're asking, definitely after we have a discussion, and I think there is also going to be a presentation by the company. So
Yeah.
you will get to know the spelling of this cream and all other details we will show right at the end. And we will also have a discussion where Maruk ma'am and other Dr. Prem and all will be answering all your queries. So there is no hurry. There is no time limit for this meeting. We are going to exhaustively discuss all your issues. So Maruk, one of the comments is recently there was this talk about banana leaf. If you put a banana leaf at the back or wherever you have the bed sore, it gives much relief. How much of a relief does it replace any ointment or your gel?
I wouldn't really know because I don't think there is enough data to really support that. But this is typically our traditional knowledge and an anecdotal, so it must be having some sort of a basis, I'm sure. But I don't know what is the data over there to support that. What I do know is that our product, we have done a lot of in vitro testing. In fact, we have a clinical study also ongoing now.
Yeah.
And we have more than 1,000 people who have used it in the last 1 year. So we know definitely we have a lot of user case studies which tell us that it works specifically for prevention and for grade 1 pressure ulcers.
Yeah. So that has, that has been an experience in our Neral retirement township, where you found our nurse talking about you know, her experience with using the gel. She was telling me it is such a great relief, madam. This ever since this gel, you had given us some samples and we had used it on the patients. So that was extremely useful, valuable for us to know what sort of a product this is. Yeah.
Another important point, Dr. Shilu, I want to just bring it out is you don't have to use a very large amount. It's a very spreadable gel, and it's you know, you cannot see it. Once you spread it everywhere, you cannot see it. It will form a very thin layer. Small amount लेके अच्छी तरह से spread करके, better it is to take small amount twice and make 2 layers so that any spits are all covered up, and then that skin is totally protected till your next, you know, change of diaper. At least 8 hours plus protection it gives.
That is the related question. Somebody is asking, how long does a single application last?
Definitely 8+ hours.
8 hours is a very long duration. And I know the tube is a very small one.
It's a 30-gram tube.
30-gram tube.
Yeah, but that's what we tell people. You should not use too much because it's actual it's an anhydrous silicone elastomer gel product. And also very important, you know, like I told you, to use very little but spread it well. Spread it well, you know, जो जिधर लालास है उसके आजू बाजू भी थोड़ा लगाए, क्योंकि लगता है नहीं लगता है वो, you know, you cannot know, and you cannot see it, you cannot feel it. But we also do something called as abrasion resistance. So we know that it doesn't get rubbed off for long hours. We have done that testing. So we know that 8+ hours तक तो उधर रहता ही है. Typically we tell people to apply minimum 2 times a day. If there is a diaper change, at each diaper change.
Okay. And do we need to cover the wound or keep it open?
This product is not for wound. It is actually for like prevention.
Prevention. More of a prevention.
But the diaper rash gel is for the rash. So you can apply it and then cover it up, wear a diaper again. You don't have to keep it open.
Yes.
Because the layer itself, the barrier which it forms will itself protect it from any moisture or further maceration of the wound due to moisture.
Yeah. Okay. Edna, there is because of your vast experience, there must be certain do's and don'ts not to give rise to bed sore in the patient that you are caring for at home. So what are these do's and don'ts, Edna?
Dr. Shilu, as Dr. Prem has mentioned, the first thing is when you lift a patient, do not drag the patient because there will be friction between the patient and the bedclothes. So always lift the patient. Let's say you're elevating the bed head of the patient. The tendency is to hold the patient under the armpits and drag the patient up. That is wrong. That is what they call shearing. Please do not drag the patient, lift the patient, one hand under the elbow, the other, armpit, the other under the knee, and nurses and caretakers have to learn. When you lift and shift, you have to say 1, 2, 3. On the count of 3, you lift. Otherwise, the tendency is somebody has moved the patient up, the other one still hasn't moved, and that itself causes injury, especially when you're transferring a patient from a bed to a wheelchair. I have known patients in the hospital where I was the director of the Harkishan Das Operation Theatres. Patients have got fractured femurs because somebody has lifted, somebody has not lifted, the patient's on the floor. So first lift and shift. You have to be obsessive about patient care, obsessive. And as doctor said, it is not only the nurse, but also the caregiver. But I always say, Dr. Shilu, that the nurse is the captain of the ship. She cannot relegate all this to her caregiver. Like the captain of the ship, she has to take the responsibility, and that responsibility rests only with her. So whether she is vigilant, whether she's educating her staff, that is her job. Because the doctor will come on rounds and the first person that he will say, oh, sister, this patient's got a bed sore. She cannot say, I was off duty, I was on holidays. No, she has to take the rap for it. So that's the second thing. The third thing is, please, please, when you have a patient who is likely to get a bed sore, please put all your heart and soul into his or her care. I know the wards are heavy, there are a lot of patients, but you cannot think of that person lying on the bed as your mother, father, grandmother, grandfather. So what do? Make sure his diapers change, make sure he's clean, make sure the skin is taken care of, and make sure that the position is changed every 4 hours. That would be my plea to all nurses.
Sure.
Thank you, Shilu.
Thank you. Thank you. There are 1 or 2 people who have raised very relevant questions. Benita Datta, can I call upon Benita to raise your question? Benita, are you here? You wanted to speak? Yeah. Yeah, Benita, what is your question? Unmute your mic. Unmute your mic. Okay, Benita's question was, a tincture benzoin seal can also be used. That is what she's saying. Is that the question, Benita? You suggested tincture benzoin. Dr. Prem or Dr. Rota, can you respond to that? Can we use tincture benzoin?
Again, it's very specific. As I said, if there is any healing tissue already, such solutions tend to kill the healing cells as well. And because their job is to make sure that if there is any infection or to prevent infection. But if it's a healing tissue, usually we do not always want to put a tincture seal. Now, these seals are, very commonly used, for example, after you have you have taken blood out, I mean, after you have taken some, for example, sometimes you have to take out fluid from the chest when there is an water collection in the chest. So after we remove, then we use this seal to actually make sure that there is a seal, at the same time there is a bit of healing. But usually in a healing bed sore, we would not commonly use it. Again, I think it's very important for us as caretakers and medical professionals and laymen as well to see what stage of that bed sore it is, because depending on that, obviously things change, treatment varies. At the same time, as I am emphasizing, do not treat the bed sore, treat the individual, because we
Yeah.
tend to forget that there is an individual who's involved and not only the bed sore.
Can I speak now?
Yes,
Please, I'm
please.
very
Yes, yes,
sure
Benita.
that, please, where I was, we were taught the moment. Now, to begin with, if there was a bed sore, we
think
were.
There is a connectivity issue over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry for that, Benita. Can I call upon Mr. Ramani Iyer?
Literally, because you're not the. But if it,
Mr. Ramani Iyer, you wanted to raise a question of Vashi. Ramani, are you there?
I'm here. Am I audible?
Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you. So my question was, this gel, what the new one which has been developed, is it possible to make it into a spray so that it's easier to apply on the skin rather than touching the skin, which will cause more burning to the patient?
Yeah.
Just a question, because spray is much easier, and then the person who is applying will not infect the wound further.
Sure, sure. Very, very valid point, Mr. Ramani. And we have actually developed a spray, again, to be launched in the next few months. It's undergoing stability testing. So we have developed a spray which can be sprayed and leave it for a few minutes. It will dry and again form the barrier and not create any issues with respect to people having to use their fingers to apply. We are also looking at developing an applicator for the gel.
Yeah.
Where you can put your fingers in and just apply, so that the person's, the caretaker's hand doesn't come directly in contact with the skin. So definitely that option, we have also felt the need and we are developing it. Yes. So it will be available in a few months' time.
Excellent.
Thank you, madam.
Yeah.
Are there any side effects, Maruk, from long-term use of silicon-based gel?
I just answer that. No, silicones are very, very safe. In fact, they are also used internally in the body and they've been used for many, many years. We use specific medical grade silicones, and these are all proven to be very safe. They are also accepted by the European health authorities and the US FDA. And also what happens is it doesn't stay on the skin. It gets rubbed off after 12-13 hours. And when you have a bath with a mild soap, it gets removed because these are very thin gels. They are not like thick layers.
Yeah.
So it's like a micron size layer and it goes off. So it's not going to stay there. And they are very, very safe. We have also done biocompatibility testing, safety testing, as per US FDA requirements has been done. And we have also done a dermatologically testing. So they are very safe and there are no long-term issues at all expected with silicone, even for babies. They're very safe.
Okay, that's wonderful. Mr. Vinod Keval Ramani, you had a question to ask. Mr. Vinod Keval Ramani. Does the Sores cream gel cure the bed sores? You said it is more for prevention.
No, it will only take care of grade 1 bed sore. That is when there is a redness and the skin is not broken. For curing of, although many people have used it for bed sore and they have told us, but as per our science, we say it is not for treatment other than grade 1, which is only a redness or a rash or an edema sort of a skin without any tear in skin. If there is a tear, it's not recommended to use Sories. Like I said earlier, we are developing a bed sore treatment gel, which is a different product. It's an occlusive product which works like a hydrogel, and it will also give friction protection to prevent the spreading, bed sore becoming bigger. It goes round and round, it becomes bigger from the periphery. So in order to prevent that, it's an anti-friction occlusive gel. It will keep the moisture in like hydrogel and help the healing process, along with the special herbal ingredients which are very well known to aid and give faster healing. So that product is not yet launched. It will be it's a wound care gel which will come in the next few months' time.
Indira Pasricha, you had a question.
Yes, ma'am, I had.
Yeah.
I just asked, does the bed sores develop when there is no blood supply to the skin? But how do we know this redness is because of some other problem or because of no supply to the skin?
I think I can take that one. Actually, it's not only the local area is what we are talking about. It's about in general. So there is something known as hypoperfusion. By hypoperfusion, I mean the amount when the oxygen in the particular body to any area of the body decreases. Now, for example, in conditions like, for example, anemia, like the overall hemoglobin is less. Then there is blockage in the arteries, which we call as atherosclerotic disease, which can be maybe in the heart, it can be in the brain, or in general in the blood vessels in the body. Then things like, which are also important, include heart failure, then lack of oxygenation, and also in a person who has got peripheral, I mean, what happens suddenly in shock? By shock, I mean the blood pressure goes down, and then the oxygen level, which is sort of going. So see, the basic thing in our heart, in our body, the heart is very important. Why? Because it pumps blood. By pump blood, it pumps oxygen all around throughout to enter even to the brain and everything. So that is what it means. So in local areas, for example, if somebody is a smoker, then you have that risk of what is known as a peripheral vascular disease, in which automatically the extremities do not get enough oxygen. So that's what I meant. But yeah, that's why we need to preempt. So there might be some conditions already which will be happening. But at the same time, it's easy to miss a bed sore. Why we say is because this grade 1 can just be neglected as it's just some redness, and by the time you rediscover it, it is already a grade 2. And I'm actually happy that this particular gel is trying to focus on prevention from the stage 1, because or else what happens is we are only treating, and the worse it gets, the treatment gets even more difficult. So I think that's why we say skin care, which is very important in hospitals, is as important at home also. We shouldn't forget that when you get discharged, and anybody gets discharged from a hospital to home, that transition is very important, and that skin care is always taken care as exhaustively, उतने ही अच्छे से, क्योंकि ये hidden हो जाता है. I mean, for example, if it's an elderly patient who is actually having too much of weight, an obese patient, the movement itself becomes important, and these are all hidden things. So you will suddenly discover a person will be having fever, infection, and then you'd realize, no, the hidden area is actually somewhere beneath in the sacral area, which is near the buttocks, and there is a bed sore which might become an abscess, and then it becomes difficult to handle. That's why skin care is very important. So in your nursing, in your caretakers, your professional caretakers, they should be adept enough, and you yourself should in between at least check. Now, if a person already has a bed sore, again, it doesn't mean the job is done. You have to see after the dressing and remove whether there is actually a healing which is happening also. And as I mentioned earlier, the hidden areas, earlobes, behind the neck, then even in around the thoracic area and the spine behind, these are the areas. Then foot, of course, those bony prominences are there. So these are all things. Then, as I've said earlier, please do not forget sitting patients. I think we tend to forget them because they are sitting, so they cannot get bed sore. If there is too much, see, in general, bed sore is defined if there is too much of weight in any bony prominence in a skin which is actually friable, the skin will end up breaking. So I think I've answered your question, maybe even more.
Yeah.
So,
no, it's very, very, very informative.
I just want to add one thing here. That we are recently doing a clinical study, and we understood from the study center that from grade 1 to grade 2, it goes sometimes in as less as 8 hours. So we have to be very careful when we pick up a grade 1, we have to immediately start treating. And also I wanted to say over here that apart from the bed sores and the diaper rash, sometimes people who are overweight, they also get rash between skin folds because there is moisture generation, sweat generation there. For those rashes also, these products will always help treat and prevent the rashes.
Yeah.
It is in medical terms intertrigo, but in normal terms, we say between folds of skin.
Yeah. So is aloe vera helpful at all? Hemlata Vaidyanathan is asking question. Do you think, in your opinion, is aloe vera helpful?
Aloe vera is a moisturizer. We don't need a moisturizer here. We want to keep moisture away.
Okay.
We want to keep the skin dry.
Ah.
Yeah, we want to keep the skin dry because in presence of moisture, the sore will become more and more macerated.
Yes.
Yeah. So we don't want the aloe vera there, but it can help in certain conditions.
Yeah. One other senior citizen is asking, is there any medicine for vaginal itching and dryness?
Yes, there is actually, if I have to take that. But only thing is, ma'am, you have to get, what happens is we have to get examined by a gynecologist even when we get older. And I think that is very important because it can be very irritating. And a lot of times you have discovered it ultimately leading to UTI. I mean, urinary tract infection, which can be really a problem. So if you're having, yes, there are gels, there are estrogen gels, there are local gels, but before you buy anything, I would say get yourself examined by a gynecologist and then only try to treat, because there can be a lot of causes. Very important thing which we tend to neglect, I think, is fluid intake. The amount of water that we take is naturally, as you get older, you don't get a lot of thirst. But what I tell all my senior citizens, whoever I meet, is please try to keep that bottle of 1.5 liters in front of you and make sure that you finish it. And that is the only way you will remember to do it, because naturally your thirst will get reduced as you get older. So fluid is important. And then, as we all know, diet is also plays a very important role.
Yeah.
But if you have issues, please show it to a gynecologist, because it should not be neglected at any age. And the gynecological examination tells you a lot of things which we can easily miss.
Yeah. Rita Bose from Calcutta, she is asking, can vulval warts be treated in a similar manner using this ointment? No.
No. Again, I'm very specific. It needs examination.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. You have already explained what are the areas most susceptible to bed sores. Somebody is asking, he has missed that point, I think. You mentioned behind the ears, even the
neck here, and then behind, even here, the shoulders. Then, of course, sometimes, I mean, in the leg, a lot of times, especially the heel, then even the toes. And also, of course, the most common, which is always talked about, is the sacral area, which is where the diapers are, and which is where urine, and when you are not having any control on your urine, that's where the moisture picks up. Now, the problem is sometimes it happens in between, bang in between the buttock area. So that becomes very, very difficult to treat, because when you change the position, either position, it's still in center. So then to make sure that the weight gets evenly distributed is very, very difficult. So these are the common areas, but make sure that if you get like Mahrukh madam said, even grade 1, I mean, that is, the study shows 8 hours. Sometimes it can be even quicker. It all depends on how sick the person is. If the person is already having shock and having a lack of hemoglobin, then this can be happen even 4 to 6 hours, and by no time there will be a skin which will be already into grade 2. So try to just focus on these areas and try to make sure the caregiver is actually looking into it along with you. You might be the caregiver yourself, of course. So these are the areas you should look into.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt, ma'am, but beneath the breast and even on fingertips, we'll have to observe.
Yeah, absolutely. I think,
Yeah.
ma'am, Mahrukh ji or ma'am also mentioned, I think one of the most common areas which is missed is beneath the breast. So, Dr. Ruta, that is a very valid point. The reason being, although it is missed, it is not talked about. So an older adult might not themselves come out with it saying that, no, I actually have something. And by the time you discover it, it becomes a frank rash and very difficult to treat.
Yeah. Archana Chaudhary, do you want to ask your question? Archana?
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
My question was, does it help reduce itching on a surgical wound closed with stitches?
Surgical wounds.
Your
Ma'am,
turn.
you're on mute, ma'am.
Yeah, so silicone gels are also used for scars and especially on hypertrophic scars which are formed due to surgery. So Soris gel will definitely help in giving little bit comfort, and that stretching which you get will reduce, and you'll feel suppleness and comfort with the Soris gel. Definitely it'll help.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Can we have a gallery view, please? There seems to be some other members if they want to ask a question, because we are about 1 hour now. We have been into the discussion. Is waterbed effective in preventing bed sores? There's a question from Mr. Ramani Iyer. Waterbed, is it effective, Dr. Prem?
Yeah, ma'am. Shall I answer?
Yeah, Ruta,
you can
please.
answer.
Yes.
Waterbed, airbed are the some sources which are helpful for bed sores treatment.
Yeah.
Only
But
thing is
there
you
are
have to be very specific, I think, as Dr. Ruta was saying, that you have to see which particular person. Sometimes certain people do not have control. For example, if they're moving too much, then a waterbed can make it not very stable. Airbed might be better. So I think it's a decision which doctors might have to specifically take, but I think both are very used. I think costing also is very important here. Because I think, I mean, Dr. Ruta, if you want to add anything to it, because costing of a alpha bed can be quite much. So usually the good thing is it is also available on rental. A lot of people do use it. So please try to get it. Don't think that you have to buy it every time. And I know very good, I mean, you see older adults are so good and their families that they actually donate it also after they have actually used it. So I think, I mean, water beds or air beds, but I think clinically the doctors might have to take a decision, and then depending on affordability. So affordability, I think, is very important in care. So the person should be given a choice.
Yeah.
And we also always advise that you use this in conjunction with the airbed and waterbed. This is an add-on. Soris gel is an add-on to prevent further.
I think, ma'am, that is a very important clarification, because I think this particular talk has been happening is prevention is not usually only through one thing. For example, if you're talking about this gel, it doesn't mean that you stop changing the position of the patient, you stop the nutrition part. Things in older adults are multifactorial. In bed sores are also multifactorial. So you should make sure that everything is going on simultaneously. At the same time, this particular gel might be helping in strengthening one arm, which is the skin, which is one of the very important arms, but everything should take care simultaneously. So I think this particular point which has been raised and which has been explained also should give you that thing that no, other things have to continue, because there is a tendency, I know there is a tendency to think, no, this gel, there is no magic bullet here. We all take care of things specifically in a team way. So everything has to be taken care of.
Yeah, thank you. Ketki, will you get into a gallery view, please?
Madam, Rajapan here. Can you give me a minute?
Yes, please. Yes.
Can I?
Yes, please talk.
With due respect, normally the body can take care of itself is the principle. The skin is capable of taking care of itself. Under these circumstances, in the first symptom, is it necessarily required to go to the doctor, or you apply some coconut oil or some Ayurvedic, and within 1 or 2 days it may get subsided? But financially, physically, and mentally also, not everybody is prepared to go to a doctor or to a hospital. Is it correct when I say you give some time for the body to take care of itself? Okay.
Thank you. I think it is a statement and not a question, really. Isn't it? Thank you, Mr. Rajappan.
Thank you.
Anyone else want to ask a question or any point? Yes?
I wanted to ask something to Edna ma'am. So in the beginning of the conversation, she had told about stimulating the tissue. So I wanted to know what exactly it means, and will it eventually help in healing of the tissue?
Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I think the lights have gone off here.
Acha,
We
sure,
can
ma'am.
see you. We can see you. Yeah.
Okay, you can hear me as well?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes. Yes.
Okay. When I say stimulating the tissues, now just take your two hands together and start rubbing them and see what happens.
Okay.
Put your two hands together, rub the palms together and see what happens.
Yeah.
Does it get hot?
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Well, that's what means stimulating the tissues. If you're doing the sacral area, that is where just above the tailbone, and with the palm of your hand, you just start rubbing it in a circular motion, but not on the dry skin, because there again, you will form a bed sore. Now, I was told, now this is a statement, I was told by a very senior dermatologist in Mumbai, Dr. Fernandez, when Dr. Shade started becoming a semi-invalid, and I said, Rui, what shall I do to prevent a bed sore? And he said, Edna, just forget all these fancy creams. I'm not talking about Cerise. Cerise was not there 24 years ago. Don't
Exactly.
me.
Yeah.
But the way you can stimulate is good old coconut oil. Just wash them down, take coconut oil and rub it in a circular manner, and that would stimulate the skin. And he did not have a bed sore, I should be proud to say, till he went to that South Bombay hospital 23 years later.
Yeah.
Now, I have, on the same point, I would also like to mention that you can get a bed sore on your elbows because the patient is lying down on the what we call the lateral malleolus. I think that has to be taken note of. Lateral malleolus is on the outer side, that bone over there, just where the ankle is. That is another area prone to bed sores because the patient is lying on his side and there's pressure on the lateral malleolus, either on the right side or on the left side, occiput here.
Yeah.
These are all areas that are prone to bed sores.
Yeah. Thank you, Edna.
Okay, thank you.
That
Thank you.
answers your question.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Welcome.
Can I ask a question, madam?
Yes, yes, please, Nitin, go ahead.
I've been,
Oh,
my
sorry.
brother-
Naik, yes.
my brother's wife in Surat, she is in bed for the last 3 years because of cerebral palsy, and she has bed sores. So I do not know what treatment she's being given, but her daughter says, who is looking after her, she's in bed. Remember, everything, toilet, everything on the bed only. So that is difficult for bed sores to be. What treatment is being given, I have not found out. But what is to be done with patients like this for bed sores? For the last 3 years, she is in bed.
Dr. Ruta, tell us.
Yeah, repositioning of the daughter, your daughter means just to turn her.
My brother's daughter, my brother's wife's daughter.
Yeah.
I mean, my
niece.
He's
niece,
looking after
yeah.
the mother. He's looking after her mother, for the last 3 years. She was in Bombay. She went to Surat, settled down in Surat.
Achha. Repositioning of that person or keeping that area airy means हवा लगने दे अगर उसको. और अब तो जैसे तब पुराने वक्त तो ये ज्यादा नॉर्मल तरीके थे. Now you can put stories also. It is also quite good. But reposition, हाँ.
सर हम लोग, मैं इधर की सिस्टर हूँ सुवर्णा. हम लोग क्या करते हैं, जब भी बेड सोर्स होते हैं ना, तो उनको क्लीन करके उनको खुला रखते हैं. उनको हवा लगने से और उनके वो सोरिस क्रीम जो अप्लाई करेंगे तो वो बहुत कवर हो जाता है, क्योंकि हम लोग ने ट्राई किया है, तो आप ये ट्राई करके देखो।
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay. Praveen, are you going to have any presentation whatsoever, giving the name of the creams and gel and the address and where you can get, so that since we have been talking for more than an hour, I think we can get some data from you now.
Sure. Thank you very much. I'll just share my screen so that people can see the name, where it is available, and other details. Just a minute. Yeah. I guess you all can see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah. So first of all, thank you everyone who have come here to attend this webinar. We are happy to be with you. Thank you very much on behalf of Soris as well as from the Dignity Foundation. So we've discussed a lot about Soris, but just 2 lines about who we are. Amaterasu, as Maruk said, we are an R&D based healthcare company developing products, especially in the unmet clinical and patient need, and especially elderly skincare management. That's where we've come up with Soris. Besides skincare, we are also developing treatments for dementia as well as malaria. These are depot injection types. I'll get into that sometime later. So we developed this range of skin barrier gels, as we call it, as Dr. Prem Maruk discussed. Soris gel and Soris adult diaper rash gel. These are barrier films. They form a barrier. आपके skin पे एक additional layer बनाता है. वो layer आपके diaper से या जो clothing है उससे रगड़ घिसाव कम करता है. जो friction है उसको कम करता है और bed sore या adult diaper rash होने से आपको बचाता है. तो Soris में क्या है? Silicone है largely, and we also discussed that it is absolutely safe. So just going a couple of slides into Soris gel. So as I said, we have 2 products. Soris gel for prevention of bed sore or pressure ulcer, as it is called in medical terms. So what it does is it reduces friction, inhibits direct contact between skin and the clothing so that it does not get rubbed. जो friction है या जो घिसाव है आपके स्किन का आपके बेड के साथ या आपके कपड़ों के साथ, उसको 80% तक कम करता है. हमने इस प्रोडक्ट को डर्मेटोलॉजिकली टेस्ट किया है, सेंसिटिविटी टेस्टिंग की है, और वी फाउंड इट टू बी सेफ. एंड Soris आल्सो हेल्प्स इन रिपेलिंग मॉइस्चर. कई बार होता ही है कि यूरिन के कारण या पसीने के कारण फ्रिक्शन बढ़ जाता है उस पर्टिकुलर एरिया में, आपके जांघों में या आपके डायपर एरिया में. तो उन चीजों को मॉइस्चर लगने नहीं देता है. जब मॉइस्चर नहीं रहेगा तो वहां पे फ्रिक्शन कम होगा. ऐसे करके Soris जेल काम करता है बेड सोर प्रिवेंशन के लिए. हमारा दूसरा प्रोडक्ट है Soris अडल्ट डायपर रैश जेल. ये जो लोग सीनियर सिटीजन्स हैं या एल्डरली पीपल है या बेड रिडन पेशेंट्स हैं, डायपर पहनते हैं, कई बार देखा गया है कि उनमें डायपर रैशेस होते हैं. डायपर रैशेस, एक चीज मैं क्लैरिफाई करना चाहूंगा, डायपर रैशेस अलग चीज है और बेड सोर अलग चीज है. डायपर रैश बहुत शॉर्ट टर्म के लिए होता है, 2 दिन 3 दिन 4 दिन. हाँ, अगर उसको आप उसकी देखभाल न करें या उसको ट्रीट न करें तो शायद वो आगे बढ़ सकता है. अदरवाइज डायपर रैशेस इज समथिंग व्हिच इज रादर इजीली मैनेजेबल. So what does it contain? Soris diaper rash gel contains that silicone barrier. In addition to that, we have given calendula oil, lavender oil, patchouli oil. ये herbal ingredients हैं which are found to be safe and they help in wound healing या anti-infective properties इसमें होती है. So अगर आपको डायपर रैशेस हैं या रेडनेस है डायपर पहनने के कारण या यूरिन या फीकल कंटामिनेशन के कारण अगर रैशेस हो रहे हैं तो वी रिकमेंड डायपर रैश जेल. और अगर बेड सोर के लिए वी टॉक अबाउट Soris gel, which is, as we have clarified, once again I would like to clarify, it is for prevention and we are not recommending it for treatment. These are the 2 products. Now where are these 2 products available? You can go on our website to buy them. Soris Care, www.soriscare.com. This is our website. यहाँ पे आपको हमारा प्रोडक्ट मिलेगा, दोनों सोरीज भी मिलेगा और सोरीज अडल्ट डायपर रेस्ट जेल भी मिलेगा। इसके अलावा Amazon पे है, Flipkart पे है, seniority.com, 1mg.com, click on care। So इन सारे वेबसाइट्स पे सोरीज जेल और सोरीज अडल्ट डायपर रैश जेल है। हाँ, आज जो वेबिनार अटेंड कर रहे हैं और डिग्निटी के जो सारे मेंबर्स हैं, उनके लिए वी आर वेरी प्लीज्ड टू अनाउंस दैट वी आर ऑफरिंग एडिशनल 10% discount. So what you have to do is, when you are buying the product on our website, this 10% additional discount is available only on our website. So you write Dignity 10 during the checkout process, and you will be eligible for that additional 10% discount on our products. That's a special offer that we thought of giving during this webinar for all the people who have attended webinar, and also for all the Dignity members. So yeah, our email ID and our phone numbers are written here. You can reach us there.
Yeah. So let this slide be there. I have one question to ask you, Praveen.
Yes, ma'am.
So I go to the shop and I ask for gel, this gel, and he gives me the other one. So if I apply one of the for the other, does it cause any problem for me?
No, it won't.
Because they are two different, right?
These are two different. Yeah, these are two different gels.
Yeah.
No, it won't cause any problem, because the Sories is the base product.
Yes.
And Sories adult diaper rash, we have built additional with additional ingredients in that. So it will only help, it will not cause any problem. And as I said, we have done dermatological testing and we have done safety testing, so it won't cause any problem.
No problem. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Yes, some people are asking whether we will share this particular slide. We can share even all the slides of Praveen. We can share, because the earlier it has been a recording, and it is too long also, 1 hour recording. So this particular thing we can definitely, we'll also put it in the magazine. In fact, they have given an advertisement at the back of the cover of the October issue.
Yeah, it's already live. It's already in circulation.
Yes. So you can get that. Otherwise, you please copy this down. And yes, how we can only put it in the magazine. Otherwise, Praveen, we can also in our own website, we can create a small space for you.
Sure, that would be great.
Yes. So our members, if they want, supposing they have forgotten, they have misplaced the name of this product, they can always come back to the Dignity website or call our head office. We will definitely give all the coordinates or where it will be available.
Yeah. So what I'll do is, as a next step, I will share this slide deck, what I discussed just now.
Yes.
With Fazilat, and Fazilat can circulate it amongst your team members.
Yes.
So this is readily available. And as you said, I'll work with your team members to ensure that they get visibility, and whatever support we can provide, or however we can assist Dignity in helping your members, we are always here. We are just next door. We are in Tardeo. So we are not very far. If you tell us, I'll run to your office and make the product available in your office too.
Thank you. Thank you very much. That's very kind of you.
Yeah.
Praveen, there are some more questions in the chat. If we can give a mail ID or a phone number where people can send in more questions, and our company will answer, more questions, whatever they want to ask. Maybe a few questions will crop up later in their mind, so they can send in their queries later.
So this contact number we can use, right, Smita?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
88796. That is, I think, yeah, Praveen's. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's not my number. That's our customer care number, but
Fine.
the information will reach me in any case.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
So I'll stop share, ma'am.
Sorry.
I'll stop share now.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Maruk, and congratulations for the terrific discovery you have done. In fact, very frankly, I did not know all the complications that can arise. Still, Dr. Prem very lucidly put it in front of us. Thank you, Dr. Prem, for your serving us on the panel. Dr. Ruta and Suvarna, thank you very much again for sharing your experiences in Dignity Lifestyle. And Edna, of course, who has been nursing her husband for, and generally also she's very, very aware of things wherever medicine is concerned. Thank you very much for serving on the panel. And Maruk, to you goes all the credit, and your wonderful team who reached out to us. And thank you very much for having this webinar also.
Thank you. Thank you, Sheila. We are very happy to reach out to the elderly population through Dignity. So thank you very much for having us here. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Good night.
Thank you.
Have a good day.